One more. This is the normal. Doing this tomorrow morning. I am Laci Harvey. I grew up in a small Methodist church right in Concord. Was just too hard-headed to really know any relationship with God. Growing up, moving away from home, and then not being in a situation where I really put Jesus first or where I was around people who put Jesus first. And then I went through a divorce, which brought me back home. And that was at a point where I was at my lowest low. I used to spend Sundays at church just sobbing hysterically by myself, just wondering what was next for me and God. And it was kind of scary when you've never had a relationship with God before, of what all that God can do. And through all of that prayer and looking to God, He brought my husband to me. And we now have our beautiful daughter, Blake. We recently just went through a miscarriage. If nothing else tests your relationship with God, it's going through loss like that. It's a scary thing and it's a sad thing. Right when I got pregnant with Blake, I had this strong call from God, hey, you need to get baptized. And I told myself every story in the book of like, oh no, we need to wait. We need to invite our family. We need to, or what does it look like a pregnant woman getting baptized? Like you just tell yourselves all these stories in your head and you'll just be like, oh no, we won't do it now, or we won't do it this Sunday. Going through the miscarriage really had this strong pull for me to like, okay, you've resisted long enough. There was one Sunday I came in here and we clearly had no plan. We came in and I had this feeling in my stomach and it was just, oh, okay, I hear you, God. And about that time, Tyler walked over and he has been a part of this journey since 2.5 years ago. Gracefully trying to tug at me even more, like, hey, is it time? Are you ready? What questions do you have? And he came over and prayed over CT and I, and because he's also been through a miscarriage. And he came over and he's like, I just heard that you guys just went through this. And he prayed over us and I was a hysteric mess. But again, I just felt this, I was like, okay, God, I really hear you. And then Pastor John got up talking about all of the groups that just resisted God's calling to follow them and just saying, well, hang on, let me go get my family in order, or let me go get these things done. And he's like, no, that's not what it's about. It's about just surrender yourself and obey what I'm asking you to do. So I turned and looked at my husband and I said, I need you to baptize me today. And he's like, what? Today? No. I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay. We walked in the back. Everyone in our small group was like, what the heck, Laci? Like, they're running up to the front or coming from the kids thing to the front, just trying to be there. But that's what this is about. It's about this community to support you in these vulnerable moments that a lot of people, quite frankly, are scared of. I would say a next step in this is just being obedient whenever He does ask you to do something, and honestly trying to mimic yourself to be like Him. And anything that you do, just reminding yourself of, all right, what would Jesus do here?